we had been trying for some time to get someone high in the Indian government to come visit our project, our demonstration project in Maharashtra was called Maliwada. And we were very pleased at a lot of things that had happened there. The whole approach, of course, was self-help, how to help people see what resources they had to work with, to find ways to work with those, to, of course, create a vision for their hoped-for future, and begin to do that with the support of the ICA team. But we weren't bringing buckets of money into the village. We didn't build infrastructure. We helped them with process. We helped them with connections. We would help bring people who could think with them about what they might do, from academic circles, from business houses in India. But we were very pleased at the growth of the community taking responsibility for itself. There was a little, what we called sukti plant, which made a nutritious food from sorghum crop, and it was quite tasty and it was quite nutritious, and it helped provide school children with nutritious food, and it brought a little income in, it gave people employment and so on. And we were working on different ways to improve agriculture for those who were farming in the area. Anyway, the word came to us that we had succeeded. The president of India was going to be coming out to see the community. He'd heard about it, and so a date was given to us when that would happen. It was the last of the training institutes that I was doing in India, the spring of 1978. So we were all very excited about this. The arrangement was that one of our guardians, one of the friends we had in New Delhi, who was a big supporter of ours, would be coming with him. So he was going to fly from New Delhi to Aurangabad and then drive out to visit both the village and to speak to the training school. We had one of the largest training institutes at that time. I have the picture at home on my wall, which was taken at the end, but it was even larger at this time. There were about 250 people in the training school that time. People were pressed together like sardines in a way. So the president arrived. Well, what happened was, and we didn't know this until he arrived, the guardian who was going to fly with him had something happen and was not able to make it to the airport to join the president. He was going to brief him on the flight to Aurangabad as to what to expect and some of the principles that we were operating out of and so on. So the president didn't get that briefing. So he drove in with, 3 or 4 cars, I think, of little entourage. And he was met by Vinod and Joe Slicker and leaders of the village, and taken on a tour of the village first and to see various things going on. He was not impressed. I think what had happened was he had expected to see a Western investment in a rural Indian village, and to see bricks and mortar built up, to see people in more high-tech jobs, to use that term, to see a much different scene than he would see in an ordinary rural Indian village. He saw an ordinary rural Indian village, and it didn't look all that different to him than other rural Indian villages. And he felt he'd been conned, that he'd been deeply misled, and he was not in the mood to listen to explanations after having seen what he'd seen. But he did come to the training school and spoke and said, "Go home. This is a scam. You are being misled. These people are not doing what India needs to have done today. You need to leave this place and return to your homes." And his entourage took off. So that was the afternoon. There was a little break there before dinner, and then we had an evening session scheduled in the school. And Ed Shin and I were kind of the deans of the school, and Ed physically got sick. He just said, "Gordon, I'm going to bed. It's over." And he went to bed. And I could understand that. I mean, we put a lot of our life into this, and to have this happen. And I said to Vivian, Paul, I said, "Vivian, you have got to talk to the school tonight. And you've got to give the talk of your life, or it is over." Vivian talked to the school. He talked to them in Hindi, so I didn't understand most of what he said. My Hindi was pretty basic and rudimentary. We lost a third of the school, but 2/3 chose to stay. I found that remarkable. They basically said, "Our president is wrong. This is what we need to be doing." And we had a school, and I have a picture at the end to prove it, and it's a picture of a huge group of people. But if you think you take half again that much, that was what we lost. Anyway,